Joining me now live from the Egyptian capital is Hugh Miles, an award-winning freelance journalist and author specializing in the Middle East. Mr. Miles, what do you think of supporters of ousted Islamist President Mohammed Morsi? Are they still powerful?
At the moment, they are being subjected to a very fierce crackdown. And the full might of the state and the army and the media and the judiciary are all targeting them in a way that is almost as bad as in the time of Gamal Abdel Nasser, when he hanged many of the Muslim Brotherhood and imprisoned many more. So at the moment, the Islamist movement is on the back foot. But things could change. The situation is very volatile. There is a great support for the Muslim Brotherhood. They won all the elections. Of course, they are not finished. And it would be naive to think that they can be ignored. Egypt is not stable. The revolution is continuing, and the wheel could turn again at any time. We have to expect the unexpected. Because the country is so volatile.
An Egyptian court banned, the Muslim Brotherhood from carrying out any activities in Egypt. Does it hamper support for Mohammed Morsi? Do police play down the ban?
Well, I didn't hear the question completely, but there have been many bans on the Muslim Brotherhood. They are being subjected to a barrage of legal rulings. They are being arrested and charged, and so many of them have been rounded up. The organisation now is basically redundant or not operational. But of course, they can come back. And don't forget, there is a war in Sinai against dozens of jihadi groups. And a jihad in other parts of Egypt could be imminent as well.
Do you think that Islamists could succeed in trying to retake power in Egypt?
Well, they could do. They did in Iran. In Iran, everyone thought the army was completely non-Islamist and loyal to the Shah, and then suddenly one day the army switched. So it's possible there could be a second coup. There could be another general who might decide that Sisi has got too much blood on his hands. These are possibilities at this time. So it's not inconceivable. There could be the Islamists could come back on top, even though that does seem hard to imagine at this stage. Yes, I think there is still strong support for them in many parts of Egyptian society.
When do you think violence will show signs of abating in Egypt?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
When do you think violence could show signs of abating in Egypt?
Well, only when there's a reconciliation process, and that could happen soon. The elections are coming up in a few months, and if there is a democratically elected government, even though obviously the Muslim Brotherhood and other Islamist parties will not be involved, the new government will need to make peace with the Brotherhood, and will be looking to reconcile, or should be looking to reconcile with them, because the Brotherhood and the Islamists can make the country impossible to run. They can, through civil action, they can bring the country to its knees. So the new government will need to make peace. The question is, will the Muslim Brotherhood and the Islamists, will they accept making peace after everything that they've been subjected to? What price will they ask for reconciliation? And quite possibly they will ask for accountability for what happens to them and the people who have been killed. And it will be very difficult for the new government to give them that accountability, because it will threaten the very fabric of Egyptian society and the legitimacy of that new government.